Double digits! What's up? It's your boy, SKR Studios. Today, we're going over track 10s, baby. Here we are. We made it to track 10s. We're in the double digits. Got my friend Ben here. He commented on my original 21 Pilots ranking every song video from way back when, like a year ago. And we've been friends ever since. So he's here today to help me with these track 10s. And I don't know, say hi, bro.
Hello everyone, my name is Benjamin, also known as Bennion. I met Randy a while back in the comment section of one of his videos, which is possibly the most random place I have ever met anyone. And now, after all this time of talking about it and waiting, we can finally do a collab video. I will give my input on every single song in this video too, and I will probably make a lot of people really mad, so
on a lot of albums, track 10 can be the last one, the second to last one, third to last one, fourth to last one, who knows, but we're finally getting to the end of these albums, these last final tracks. And track 10 really has to be sort of either a final bang within the last few tracks of the album, or it kind of has to, mellow you down, slow out, No, you probably don't know. I don't even know what I'm saying, but whatever. Let's get into Self-Titled. Track 10 from Self-Titled is Trapdoor. It's a great self-titled track showing off the religious themes that have been present the entire album. Tyler's vocals are really good on this one. A lot of people say Oh Misbeliever is really good for these early albums, but man, his vocals on this one are really good too. The production is actually really great on this one compared to a lot of other self-titled songs. Believe me, I love self-titled, and I think a lot of songs are produced pretty well for Tyler just making it himself in his basement. But this one, it's just a whole different level. Like when he goes, Trapdoor, like that's peak. That's just peak. And the songwriting on this one, it's funny because Oh Misbeliever had to do with love, right? And Aircatcher also had to do with love and falling. And now this one has to do with falling as well. So that cohesion is really, really good here. They brought back this song live for the first time in like 14 years or something like that. It was the first time Josh played it ever at the Evening with 21 Pilot shows. So it might have to do with lore, with the whole, nobody knows his real name, but now he just uses one he saw on a grave line. It's a great track 10, feels like a track 10. The cohesion is perfect, it fits right in on Self-Titled. You listen to this, you know immediately what album it's from. It just has great synergy overall, and it's a great song to listen to on its own. I think it's one of the best from Self-Titled, definitely in my top 5. I don't really know where my ranking of Self-Titled would be at this point because I listen to it way more now than I ever did in the past, but Trapdoor is just such a great song.
Trapdoor. To be honest, I get why some people don't like the singing on this album. It can be a bit rough in some places, but oh my god, is the singing good in this song. Especially the part where he goes Trapdoor and holds it for a fucking hour. That part is sick. Probably one of my favorite songs on Self-Titled, with pretty good instrumentals, good singing, and really, really good lyrics. Also, it's blatant Trapdoor, not bleeding. How would bleeding even make sense in any context of this song? The debate is so dumb. All in all, it fits the album perfectly, and is a good song.
Regional at Best track 10 is another one of those regional at best songs that I really, really do not like. Lovely has awful auto-tune. It's an awful auto-tune chorus. The alternative version that's on Vessel is actually way better, even though it's not that good. The lyrics are cringy with the whole the cobwebs thing and all that stuff, and synths are just way too much. Tyler can't sing on this one. I think it's one of the worst songs. The songwriting is okay, but it's still pretentious and just not worth my time. I'll never really go back to this song ever. It's just completely unlistenable. And I could see maybe the whole breakdown and loud synth part and Don't Be Gone part being good live in concert, but the way it is on the track is just horrible, horrible. And I don't know. I don't think this song should be given the time of day. But it does fit, you know? It fits on regional at best with the whole, cringy rap verse, Tyler not being able to sing, horrible instrumental. So there's that.
Lovely. Oh my god. This is such a bad song, bro. I'm not even gonna lie. I'll give it one thing. It fits the album perfectly. Cause it sucks just as much as every other song. I actually quite enjoy the start and the singing, but it just goes to shit later on with bad instrumentals and bad singing, even though it's one of the better songs on the album.
Guns for Hands and I have a very, very interesting relationship. I used to not like it, like really at all. I liked it at first when I first started getting into 21 Pilots, but as Trench came out and better songs came out, I really didn't like it that much. But after hearing Tyler talk about what the song is about on Spotify in those little Vessel bonus commentary things, I just really kind of understood what the song is bringing to the table. It's about the fans, and it's about how we all have weapons at our fingertips to either hurt each other, hurt ourselves, all this type of stuff. And we have to control it and just kind of take responsibility for our own actions. And this song, while dealing with something so heavy, but having these just amazing synthy vibes to it, really just is kind of Vessel to a T. It has to do with the night cycle again. It has to do with death, and I don't enjoy the bridge, and I think it's a worse version of Fake You Out's bridge and stuff like that. But the rest of the song makes up for it. It's a classic 21 Pilots song. The synths work so well, and honestly, this song is so good that the regional at best version ain't that bad. I can listen to the regional at best version for this one. It's better than Kitchen Sink, Anathema, and Lovely, and it's better than Ode to Sleep, Holding On to You, all those songs from regional at best. It's actually a pretty good one. If Vessel was a song, I would say maybe it would be Guns for Hands. It's got great synergy with what comes before it and what comes after it. It really does feel like one of the last big bombastic hurrahs before you get the Trees, which is the honorable last track of Vessel, and then you get the Truce, which is the true last track, and Fake You Out before it, really good. It flows so well with Fake You Out that they floated together on the Clancy World Tour, and I just really like Guns for Hands now. I don't know how I used to just kind of disregard it and brush it to the side.
I love this song. The lyrics are so well thought out, and even though it has quite a weird instrumental sometimes, it really fits the song and fits the vibe of the album as a whole. Also, I really think it's a good placement for the song on the album. We had Screen and The Run and Go, two songs that both kinda slow the album down in terms of tempo. Then we have Fake You Out, which builds it up a little bit again. And lastly, we now got Guns for Hands that brings the energy all the way up. And the rap at the end is amazing.
We Don't Believe What's on TV, the longest 21 Pilot song to spell. It's a good ukulele song, but the Karen hair rhymes kind of make me not like it as much. Polarized is where the album kind of starts being either really bad or really mid, and We Don't Believe What's on TV is pretty mid. I think the song it doesn't really fit on Blurryface with its sound. It kind of goes back to the sound of The Judge, and it's still dealing with sort of the inner demons and inner thoughts, but it feels like a big outlier. And I think the song is about Jenna or Josh. It's like Formidable in that way, where no one really knows what it's about. The yeah yeah yeahs flow well into Message Man, because Message Man have the yeah yeah yeahs too, but it doesn't sound as mediocre pop as Blurryface. But I don't know. I'm conflicted because some days I like it and some days it's forgettable, but I only really go to it when I listen to Blurryface from front to back, which is basically never, because I don't want to, torture myself.
We Don't Believe What's on TV. Gotta reduce some points for the long ass name. Honestly, never really felt that this song fit on the album as a whole. To me, it kind of feels like a filler song, if that makes sense. I still like the song, and I think that while it's a bit corny sometimes, like all of Blurryface, it's a really cute song with not too horrible production, like some other songs.
I'll keep on trying. Might as well. Dude, Cut My Lip flows so perfectly from Nico and the Niners. It has that reggae feel. It's like Nico and the Niners has a little bit of reggae in it that you can feel, especially towards the end. And then, dude, Cut My Lip comes in with the reggae, the dirty bass, the passion in this dude's voice. Like, Tyler is singing his heart out, man. It has great imagery about bad habits and also Dima with, knowing this thing is going to hurt you, but you're going back to it. It's almost a 5-minute long song with like a lot of repeated lyrics, but the instrumental is so interesting and just keeps changing the whole way through. Like the beat mixed with the bass that was present on Jumpsuit and My Blood with the reggae of Nico. Like, dude, Trench is such a good album, and Cut My Lip is just such a proponent of that. Like, it's my personal favorite Trench song, and I think it's either my number 1 or my number 2 favorite 21 Pilots song of all time. Like, dude, everything about the song hits so well. And you know what's crazy? It was my least favorite from Trench for like 2 years when Trench came out. Like, from 2018 to 2020, this was my least favorite Trench song. Isn't that crazy? It's almost my favorite 21 Pilots song now. It's so good that even the Brooklyn version is like a top 30 song for me. It flows into Bandito so well, kind of slowing the album back down again after you were built up with the hype of Nico after Neon. Cut My Lip kind of brings you back into the psychedelic feel from Chlorine, but also this slower sort of ambient noise that was present in Neon Gravestones. And it Cut My Lip feels like the most track 10. It's the best track 10. It's Trench. It's amazing. I love this song so much.
Cut My Lip. Trench is one of my favorite albums of all time. There is not a single song on here that I don't like, including Cut My Lip. It was actually Randy that made me like this song, as I wasn't a huge fan of it back then, but it's beautiful. One of the most experimental songs, which fits really well on an album that also has songs like Nico and the Niners, which are extremely experimental too. It's almost 5 minutes long, and I enjoy every single second of it. This is most definitely my favorite song we're gonna talk about today.
No Chances doesn't really transition well from Bounce Man, but it doesn't matter because it's so fire. It's a Bishop song, a song led by the Bishops with an alarm-ass type beat. Like, that goes so crazy, and the gang vocals with the same group as Bounce Man just feels really cool. Feels like a bunch of people are coming after you. It's insanely underrated. A lot of people don't talk about this one. Like, it has less streams on Spotify than Bounce Man. Like, how, bro? This song is way better. Not that Bounce Man is bad, but like, No Chances is a 10 out of 10 song. And, it still works on Scaled and Icy with the corruption theme. While it doesn't have that poppy sound, I like to think that tracks 1 through 9 are Scaled and Icy made by Dima, and then tracks 10 and 11 are kind of the Bishops going after Tyler with No Chances, and then Redecorate is like a final Clancy letter before the album Clancy. I love the Good Day mashup on the Icy tour. The rapping is sick. No Chances just hits really hard. Like, man. I said that when I look at the album cover of Scaled and Icy, I think of Mulberry Street because it's got those bright colors, and I think of Shy Away with Shed Your Modesty. But I also think of No Chances because it feels like a complete outlier in the album, but it also feels like exactly what the album needed at this point. Like, Formidable, Bounce Man, it's where the album starts getting like, okay, I'm a little tired of this. Like, I like Bounce Man as a song, but after Formidable, it just doesn't hit as well. And then you get Slap and No Chances out of nowhere, and it's like, what What the heck, man? That's crazy. And it just works so well. I like No Chances a lot. I'm kind of talking about nothing at this point, so let's move on.
No Chances. Oh boy. Does it fit the album? Yes and no. No, in terms of it not sounding like any other song before it, but yes, in terms of the lore and the concept of the album and leading up to the amazing album of Clancy. Honestly, I love No Chances, and I'm so happy that they changed the last two songs up on the album, even though I still love almost all first of the 9 tracks. The rapping is amazing, and I love how we can both hear the banditos talking to us, but also the bishops in the chorus. It's just a really cool concept.
Snapback feels like Cut My Lip for Clancy. I love how the beat snaps back after a bit towards the end, like 3/4 of the way through. The backslide relation is amazing. Usually, like, I've noticed on a lot of 21 Pilots albums that with track 3, you have Ride, which then there's a lyric in there that relates to a song later on with Lane Boy. Then you have Morph. Track 3 has a lyric in there that relates later on with Nico and the Niners. And then track 3, Backslide on Clancy, relates back to Snapback, which is track 10 on Clancy. So I just wanted to say that. But this is like the exact opposite of what Backslide is trying to say. I've had a lot of people kind of write in the comments, and I've seen it on Discord and other stuff, where they say, why is Snapback on the album if Backslide's on the album? Well, Tyler's trying to say, I don't want to backslide on Backslide. On Snapback, he's saying he's going to have to backslide to achieve what he has to do next. And I think that is pretty insane. Like, lore-wise and real-life-wise, that is very just, I don't know, it makes me feel weird in a weird way. Like, knowing that you have to kind of embrace your bad habits to be able to fight your demons. That might be what the whole Trench storyline is coming to. That might be like the climax of this entire story. It might be the end. And I love the I've been praying for my elasticity to return to the way that it was line. I think that just is one of the hardest hitting lines in all of Clancy. It's a little forgetful song from Clancy, but it's not even bottom 3 for me. I think, Navigating the Craving and Midwest Indigo might be the bottom 3 for me. The vocal performance is passionate and insane, and I just love screaming this one. This one hits way harder than I ever would have thought when I first heard it, because, when you first listen to an album, especially a 21 Pilots album for the first time, in my opinion, I kind of gravitate towards the faster tracks the first time I go through them, just because I'm excited for those, blast in the car type songs. But Snapback is one of those songs that has so much passion put behind it, like Cut My Lip, that I didn't really enjoy too much when I first heard it. But as time has gone on and I've realized what it's trying to say and what it's about, and just the instrumentation and everything with this song, I've realized that it hits in a different way that a lot of other 21 Pilots songs don't really hit.
Alright, Snapback.
Yeah.
Remember when I said Cut My Lip would be my favorite track today? That was a lie. It's probably tied with Snapback. This song is so beautiful, the slow build up into something so amazing and so much more. And I remember the first time I really listened to the lyrics of the song. I got so emotional because they truly just hit so deep, and it's one of the best written songs by Tyler, in my opinion, at least. It fits the theme of Clancy so well, and it's such a nice breather after having Navigating, leading us into the last 3 songs, which are also all beautiful.
But now, if we go to Spotify streams, Trapdoor has 52 million. It's actually the bottom, it's the 3rd least stream from self-titled. Then if we go to Vessel, Guns for Hands, 191 million streams. Push that over, baby. Push that over to 200 million. It's close. It's the most streamed out of the last 7 songs on Vessel. So, it's pretty beloved, as a lot of you know. We Don't Believe What's on TV has 204 million streams. That's insane. I think if Blurryface wasn't such a breakout album and so, poppy, generic, heavy, none of these bottom songs would have that many streams. That's crazy. That doesn't make sense. Then from Trench, Cut My Lip has 97 million streams. That's actually so close to being over 100 million. Push that up, baby. Push that up. Cut My Lip peak. Cut My Lip sweep. Ah! Then, like I said, from Scaled and Icy, No Chances only has 37 million streams. It's the second least stream song from Scaled and Icy. It's 2 million over Never Take It's 35 million, which is a little sad. Like I said, Bounce Man and Formidable somehow have more streams than No Chances. Don't know how. No Chances is so good. Whatever. And then from Clancy, Snapback has the also second least amount of streams after The Craving. It has 17 million streams, while The Craving has 16. Hopefully Snapback gets more love as time goes around. I hope they play it at their later concerts on the Clancy World Tour, since Snapback and At the Risk of Feeling Dumb weren't played in the US leg, but that's alright. These songs have been going pretty strong in terms of Clancy. They're definitely going to surpass most of the Scaled and Icy songs by next year. Jeez, man, I'm so sorry for this video. I think it's all over the place. It's 3 a.m. right now. I feel really sick. Yeah, whatever. Anyway, I posted on my community tab a poll of what's the best track 10 out of these options, and honestly, this is one of the most even polls out of all the track polls that I posted in my community tab. So, Guns for Hands is in first place with 35%. No Chances is in second place with 22%. Cut My Lip is in third place with 21%. Trapdoor, fourth place, 15%. And Snapback, last place, 7%. That's all actually very close. No Chances and Cut My Lip are right next to each other. And of course, Guns for Hands, it's the standout track 10 for you guys. That makes a lot of sense. It's one of the most classic 21 Pilots songs you're ever going to get. But, with all that, thank you for being here. Sorry that this one is so rusty and so messed up. I hope you guys enjoyed Ben being here with me. I love Ben so much, man. I really appreciate him finally being able to collab in a video with me. It means a lot. He is one of my closest cliquey friends, and he's from Denmark, so he's a little Danish, a little cheese Danish. So go show him some love on his videos. They're really good. He's so underrated. His videos are way better than mine, but...
Alright, thanks for having me on this video. I'm glad we could finally do a collab after so long. Subscribe to Randy right now, and subscribe to me too, because I actually also have a collab on the way, if you didn't know. A collab with Randy, and it's in the works, and it will probably be done at some point in time. Sometime, maybe. Anyways, bye.
Thank you for being here, Ben, and you guys watching, listening, whatever you're doing, and yeah, cut this shit out, man. See you guys in the next one. Love you.